Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast on a mission to inspire a world where food makes us better. Guys, happy Friday! It's the last day of the official working week. And if you do work from Monday to Friday, please do make sure to plan something awesome this Saturday and Sunday. Something active, something that, makes you feel alive. So please do plan that. And if you're a type A, if you are an entrepreneur or any sorts of creative and you think, I don't need weekends, I just need to work hard through the weekend to get ahead. Guys, in order for you to get ahead, you need to maintain a high quality of work and you have to come up with a lot of great ideas. And in order for you to do that, to produce high quality work consistently and come up with great ideas, your brain actually needs rest. Like it actually needs rest just like any other of your muscles, because your nervous system, and brain is a part of that nervous system, gets fatigued too. And so when your nervous system gets fatigued, it's like too much electricity going through your nervous system, because nervous system is kind of like wiring of our body. So when there is too much activity and not enough rest, when you learn, do, but never give it time to recover, restore, absorb all the learnings, all the new information, all the skills that you practice, and integrate that into your memory banks and into your nervous system. So if you don't ever give yourself time off, then you get fatigued and the quality of your work gonna go worse and worse and worse, and you're gonna get worse and worse and worse ideas. Although for you, those ideas might not seem as bad because you are the one who's producing them, right? So the quality of your work and consistency of that work will suffer if you never take days off. And by day off, I mean no work. No writing, no reading, no learning, no studying, nothing. You gotta give your brain a break as well. So for me, it might look something like a full day of hiking. So I work with my body, with my legs, but not my brain. I usually don't say much, don't read any emails, don't read any books, don't learn anything. No, I just go and I walk. And sometimes I might listen to music, I might do some dancing, I might do just lay and stare at the ceiling or watch some stupid show or stand-up comedy. That's what I love. Sometimes I might go rollerblading or go skydiving or do whatever it is you truly enjoy that makes you feel alive and refreshed. But again, you can't learn, you can't read, no, none of that. Just give your brain a rest once a week, like full restart. And believe me, guys, the quality of your work, the consistency, the quality of your ideas, the passion that you're going to experience for your work, it's all going to be renewed and multiplied. So that being said, today is Friday and we're talking about yogurts and kefirs and how to make better for you choices, because there is so much now. Go into any supermarket, even if it's your corner shop, like there are so many brands and varieties, and most of them, guys, honestly, they're desserts in the form of yogurt. So how do you choose yogurts and kefirs that got really popular? I think this year, especially because of special bacteria and a lot of different strains of bacteria, it seems to be really good for our gut. Anyhow, guys, so how to choose truly good for you fermented yogurts and kefirs? 3 things that you want to look for or avoid. So number 1 thing that you want to look for on any of your yogurt kefirs labels is live bacteria. And usually yogurt producer or company will say exactly what kind of strains of live bacteria are in that specific yogurt or kefir. So look for that. It's got to be somewhere on the label. If it's not on the label anywhere, then probably that something that looks like yogurt does not have any live bacteria, does not have any probiotics, and it's basically kind of like dessert or something that may look like yogurt but made purely for your eating experience, not for your gut health. So somewhere on the package, it gotta say made with live bacteria, or, these strains of bacteria can be found here, and they will say something in Latin, I don't know names of any of those bacteria, except for some of them starts with bifido or lacto. So live bacteria in any good for your gut yogurt or kefir, there gotta be something on the label saying that this product contains live bacteria or was made with this kind of bacteria, right? So this is number one, what you want to be looking for. Number two, what you want to avoid, added sugars. Guys, you want to eat yogurt and kefir to benefit your health, to benefit your gut, not to make it worse. And added sugars make everything worse. Everyone needs to eat less sugar, not more of it. And that also means that in your yogurt, there should be no added sugars. And these days, producers of yogurts and kefirs, they get very inventive. They puree some fruit or use some fruit juice, and they would put that into your yogurt, into your kefir, and they would say on the label, on the front label, no added sugars. Guys, anything that doesn't come in a whole package, meaning fruit, fresh whole fruit, anything that was extracted, pureed, juice, it is added sugar. It's just different form. If you think about it, cane sugar or a regular sugar that is usually beet sugar, what it is juice of cane and beetroot that was evaporated, and the juice was evaporated and then made into powder, it was dried or something. I'm not actually sure how exactly this whole thing works, but what they do with sugar, they take sugar cane plant or sugar beet plant and extract sugars out of it. So it's basically an extract from cane or beetroot. So what's the difference between fruit puree and juice and that? It wasn't dehydrated, it was fresher when it got into your yogurt. It's still added sugars. I don't even understand how they get away with that. So if it says no added sugars, but it tastes sweet, and there is fruit puree or juice or evaporated something in there, this thing, guys, it has added sugars. So I recommend to never get any fermented thing tasting sweet. It should taste a little bit of sour. And then if you want to have a little bit more of a sweet experience, then cut your fruit and mix it and eat your yogurt while chewing your fruit with that yogurt. That's the scenario that I recommend and that works the best for your gut, because food is meant to be chewed when it's whole, and your sugars got to be bound to fiber if you want to have healthy metabolism, if you want to control your appetite and hunger naturally. So it's always got to be a part of whole food. And if you want to maintain ideal body weight much, much easier and not overeat and all that stuff. If you don't want your blood sugar to spike up and down, right? So again, your fermented yogurts and kefir by themselves, they shouldn't taste sweet. That's the end point. And so on the label, you want to make sure that it doesn't have any flavorings and it doesn't have any added sugar. And if it says no added sugars, you always want to check the ingredient list no matter what. And if it says some juice or puree, whatever, the basic idea is get the plain one. Don't get anything flavored. And if you want fruit with that, get your fresh fruit, have it in your kitchen and eat it while eating your yogurt. So this is number 2. Number 3, guys, your yogurt should have really few ingredients, 1-2 ingredients besides the bacteria. Now, why I say 1-2 is because you might choose dairy yogurt or plant-based yogurt. Now, I'm not going to get into what's the difference, why I believe dairy is actually better for you. But what I do want you to understand is that if it's dairy yogurt, it's got to have only one ingredient besides bacteria, milk. So milk and bacteria, that's what makes yogurt or kefir. And then if it's plant-based thing, then it's probably made out of some sort of nut, maybe almond or coconut is very popular, or maybe it's oats yogurt. So it's gonna have that and probably water and then live bacteria. It shouldn't have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ingredients. If it does, this thing isn't good for you guys. It's made look like yogurt, like kefir, but it's really a questionable item. I would not suggest you making that a part of your diet. So any yogurt or kefir that is made out of plants and has like those, 5, 6, 7 ingredients, do not buy that on a regular basis. A lot of those ingredients are highly questionable and we just don't know how it's going to affect your gut microbiome. So look for the ingredients that you understand, and there shouldn't be many, like 1, 2, I don't know, sometimes they add something like apple pectin or, but really like 1, 2, maybe 3, but no more than that, plus live bacteria. Sometimes they list it as an ingredient. And that's it. So ingredient list shouldn't have much. And if it's dairy yogurt, then it should have milk and bacteria. That's it. And the fermentation does the rest. So to sum it up, to choose good for you yogurts and kefirs, number 1, you want to make sure there are live bacteria. So look for those names of bacteria. That sounds really weird and Latin. Number 2, no added sugar. So choose plain one. That's the shortcut. And number 3, ingredient list. It shouldn't have a lot of ingredients that you've no idea what that is. That's another thing that you want to avoid on ingredient list of your yogurt or kefir. And that will eliminate probably like 90% of the choice when it comes to yogurt and kefir, because to be honest, guys, most of these yogurt kefir-like products, they are desserts. They're just that, desserts. Another way to deliver sugar into your system. And that's it. And if you add bacteria to sugar, it doesn't make it healthy. If you add vitamins and minerals to your highly sugary almond milk, it doesn't make it better. Guys, just because some vitamins were added or some bacteria were added, it doesn't cancel all the bad stuff that is in that product. And that's why you want to get your plain yogurt and kefir. If you want something sweet with it, eat berries with it, and make sure that there are no, ton of ingredients on that yogurt. And especially this is true for plant-based yogurt, just because it takes so much more effort and different steps in the process to make, let's say, an almond or oat into yogurt. Like, with milk, I can imagine really, I made it myself. You take milk, you add bacteria into that ferments that milk, and it's going to create kefir or yogurt, depending on the conditions. But then if you take oats, like I cannot take oats and make that into yogurt in my house. Like, can you imagine making yogurt of oats? How even it's going to work? And that's why if you look at oat yogurt, there are so many ingredients, because it's so freaking hard to turn oats into yogurt. So think about it. The less steps in the process, the better it is for you. And that's it for today, guys. So maybe over the weekends, you're going to do some grocery shopping to plan ahead for nutritionally well-balanced week. And so if you decide to pick up some yogurt, that I highly do recommend, or kefir, especially I'm a fan of kefir because it has usually more bacteria, beneficial for our gut. So if you choose to pick up some yogurts and kefirs, follow this guide. So make sure there are live bacteria, make sure that it's plain, make sure there are no ton of ingredients. And if you're not sure about your favorite yogurt, how good or bad it is for you, then please do send it over on my Instagram through DM, on my Facebook, Create Yourself Today, that's the shortcut for my Facebook profile, or via email, Angela@createyourself.today. And I'm going to let you know what's the breakdown down of that label of this product, how good or not so good it is for you. So don't hesitate to do that. And also don't forget that in the show notes, there is a link for nutrition insights and strategy call with me that is absolutely free for you, but it's priceless. I can answer all of your questions that you find confusing, like what carbs or fats are good for you or not so good for you, what are fattening, what are not fattening. Some people find that very confusing, or any other questions about your meal plan. If you want to dial it down but not sure about a couple of things, use that link in the show notes and schedule our call in. I'm gonna clarify it all for you. And besides that, have an awesome weekend. Plan something refreshing when your brain doesn't work, so you can consistently produce high quality of work and ideas. It works, believe me, guys. Any good coach on productivity and performance will tell you that you need to take days off. And as usual, guys, thank you for listening. And till next time, eat better daily.